Welcome, I'm glad you're here. I want to tell you a story that's a fable from about 1500 years ago, and it has to do with a little town that gets invaded by armies, and all the men and warriors in the town and the community and the surrounding area, they are put in this makeshift jail in the middle of the town. Now, this goes on for a while, and people can see that they are suffering in this jail. There are 4 philanthropists in the community, and they decide what we're going to do is we're going to do something about this. Now, the first one goes to the jailers and the guards and says, hey, I'm wealthy, I have a lot of money, I would like to bring in water to these guys through aqueducts and other ways to get them some fresh water. And the guys at the guards anyway, at the prison, they say, sure, if you want to do that, if you want to pay for it, all the best, you can do that. So he goes and does that. The next philanthropist goes to the guards and says, hey, I have livestock and a whole bunch of animals, and I would like to help these guys with their sleeping, because they don't have beds, they're just sleeping on the dirt and the rocks, and I can take some of these animal skins and they can put on the ground. Also, I can use the sheep to turn them into wool blankets, and we can make pillows. We can make them way more comfortable while they're in prison. And the guard says, sure, if you want to do that, if you want to create that and you do that on your own, absolutely, you can bring those to the prisoners in here and we'll give them to them. Now, the third philanthropist comes to the guards and says, I see all these people in prison, and what I want to do is bring them food. They have water, they have some stuff to sleep in at night, but they need food. I have a huge farm with lots of crops on it, and I'm willing to donate the food and create meals and give these to the guys. And the guards are like, sure, that's totally fine, you can do that. Now, the fourth philanthropist, he doesn't have a farm, he doesn't have livestock, and he's not wealthy. But he is a saint in the community, and he's living at a higher level of consciousness. And he decides, I do not want to do these kind of things. I don't have the resources to do that. But what I can do is find out where the keys are, and I can unlock the gate and let everyone out. And that's exactly what he does. He finds the keys to the jail. In the middle of the night when the guards are sleeping, he opens up the doors and lets all the prisoners out. And the point of the story is that the first 3 philanthropists, they did what we call suffer in comfort. They were trying to make your suffering as comfortable as possible. And the fourth one, he had a higher level of consciousness. He did a different paradigm, and what he said is like, let's not even do that. Let's not suffer. Let's just get out of here and have freedom, have independence. We don't need to have all these limiting thoughts and limiting beliefs be our truth. So I ask you this to think about is, what ways are you suffering in comfort? Now, there's a couple different ways you can do it. One could be you have unrealized potential that you're not using. You know that you can do more, you know there's more, you're more capable of stuff, but you're not doing that. So you're suffering because you kind of know, man, I know I could do more, but I'm just not doing it. Another way is you're denying your nature. You know that, okay, this is who I am, this is what I like, this is what I am, but you're suffering because you're really not embracing that. You're kind of like, well, I don't know, I got to kind of try to fit in, or I got to do this, or people might not like me with this or that. So you're suffering in that way. Another way you can suffer is when you are divided. If you watch some of my other videos, I have things on Bruce Lee, and he talks about yin yang and being whole. And in here, if you're divided, if part of you is one way and part of you has some other ideas, but you're kind of hiding that part, you're not sharing that part, you're going to be suffering because you're not in a state of wholeness. Another thing that you could be suffering in silence on is not living on your purpose. If you know in your heart, hey, this is what I really feel called to do, this is what I'm passionate about, but you're not doing that, that's another form of suffering. Maybe you're in a job you don't like, but you're trying to make the best of it. You're trying to have it be comfortable, but it's not really fulfilling you. Now, I want you to think about this as, how can you get to a higher level of consciousness and not suffer in comfort? So how can you break free and have the best parts of you that are waiting patiently come out and be involved in your life in a full-scale way? Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click the like button, share, and also if you haven't subscribed, please do that. I will continue to keep bringing you great videos like this. I love these stories and I hope you do too. Until next time, all the best to you.